Hi good people, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Cooking with Barbara Mudhoni. If you're new here, karibu sana, you're so much welcome. Remember to subscribe and to press the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video and you be part of this wonderful family. So guys, today I have another bomb video, so you better keep it here. Today we are going to prepare pumpkin chapatis, and I'm going to start by slicing and washing the pumpkin before cooking. So our pumpkins are ready to prepare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the pumpkins onto my sufuria. Then I'm going to add hot water. And then I'm going to add some kidogo salt, then cover and bring to a boil. Next, you're going to light our gas, then place our pumpkin. So we're going to let our pumpkins cook till they are very tender, so that it will be very easy for us to mash them and mix with the dough. So our pumpkin is ready. So what I'm going to do is drain the water, and then I'm going to put the water aside. I'm going to add some cold water to it, and then we'll use the water to make the chapatis. Yeah, so let's drain the water. So I've drained the water. Here's the water. Do not throw away the water because we'll use it to make the chapati, as I earlier said. So next is we're going to mash the pumpkin and then get on to making the chapatis. So this is the bowl that we're going to use to knead the dough, and here are our pumpkins. So I'm just going to transfer the pumpkins onto our bowl, and then next is using a masher. I'm going to mash the pumpkins. You see how easy it is to mash if you allow the pumpkins to cook very well. Yeah, and our pumpkin is ready. So what we're going to do next is we're going to start preparing the dough. So let me just show you all the ingredients that we're going to use to make the chapatis. You need sugar, salt, cooking oil, extra flour for dusting, our mashed pumpkin, our pumpkin soup, which we are going to add some cold water to it because it is very hot. So in the bowl that you've put your pumpkin, add just enough flour, depending on how many chapatis you want. Then you remember our pumpkin soup. I'm going to add some kidogo cold water to it. Here it is now warm. Then before adding the liquid, we're going to add our salt. Then we're going to add sugar. 2 spoons are enough because pumpkin is a little bit sugary. So next is you're going to mix these dry ingredients first using a mwiko, or you can use your hands. And then put our meko aside. We start adding our liquid gradually. I'm going to use my hands, which are very clean. So I've added 2 tablespoons of cooking oil to my dough. It's been around 5 minutes of me kneading, and as you can see, our dough is now good, but we're going to keep kneading for another 5 minutes just to get the perfect soft chapatis that we want. So I'm going to transfer the dough onto my surface. My surface is clean. This is just some flour which has poured, and to avoid the dough sticking on the surface, I'm going to add some more cooking oil on the surface. So it's 10 minutes past. I've finished kneading the dough, and what we're going to do next is we're going to partition the dough into the required sizes that we want, and then roll it, and then let it rest for around 25 minutes, and then we'll start cooking our chapatis. So how I normally prepare the layers, I have several methods, but today we are going to use one of them. I also have another chapati recipe in my channel, so you can go check it out, where I show the other methods of making layered chapatis. So today I'm going to use the one that I spread out the whole dough. Also make sure your surface is well oiled, or you can use flour just to ensure that the dough doesn't stick on the surface. I find this method to be faster compared to the other ones. So once you roll out your dough like that, so what you do next is you oil your dough, but I've already added oil while kneading the dough, so I'm not going to add any more oil. So you take your knife and cut your dough into thin stripes. Yeah, like that, and then you start rolling your dough. You pick each stripe, and then you start rolling your dough like this. Oops, it's slippery because of the oil. And then this last part, you tuck it in at the top like that. This will give you layered chapatis because of the rounds that you've done. And then once you do this, make sure you have another surface that is not occupied. You use your extra flour for dusting. Dust the whole surface, and then you start placing your rolled chapatis. like that. And then using a clean kitchen towel, you cover your rolled chapatis just to ensure they don't dry on top. Yeah, so let's get on to finishing these other ones. You roll out the dough and then you let the dough rest for 25 minutes. So guys, it's 20 minutes past, and what you're going to do now is you're going to line our sufuria where we're going to place our chapatis once they are ready. This is just a flour wrapping that I've opened it up, and I'm going to use it as the base of my sufuria to avoid the chapatis from getting into contact with the sufuria, and also it will prevent sweating, or rather it will absorb the sweat from the chapatis. Yeah, so let's get on to it. First and foremost, we are going to place our pan on our gas cooker and light it up. Yeah, so as our pan is heating, let's go and start preparing our chapati. So here is our first piece. Just going to dust the surface. So our first piece is ready. Once the pan gets hot, we're going to place it and start cooking. So to know if the bottom side is ready to be turned is you'll start seeing bubbles, just like when you're preparing pancake. When you start seeing bubbles on the top side, it means the chapati is ready to flip. Also, I use this when preparing the chapatis to press it down so that all the sides can cook equally and evenly. So here's our cooking oil. So immediately I turn, I start adding the cooking oil on the bottom side. And by now our pan is very hot, so you need to reduce the heat. You keep regulating to avoid getting burnt chapatis. You see the puffing up, it shows that the chapati is layered. If the chapati is not layered, it doesn't puff. And also the nice yellow color is because of the pumpkins. And our first chapati is ready. So I'm just going to place it on our lined sufuria. Cover it up, and then we place the second chapati. When you're preparing chapati, mostly if you're preparing alone, you need to be very fast and you need to be able to multitask. As you place this one, you should be preparing the next one that is coming after this. So let's get to doing that. First side is ready. Add our oil. Not too much oil because you had already used oil when you're making the dough. And immediately you add the oil, you start pressing so that the oil can go inside and the chapati can cook evenly. Same thing, add oil, then you start pressing. Turn. That side is also cooked. Remove and place it in our sufuria. Then we get our third chapati. On to rolling out our fourth chapati. Remember to check on your other chapati that is cooking. As you struggle to get the round shape. That is as good as it can get because also it is very thin, so we can't spread it out further than that. So our last piece is here. Oops. There it is. So let's get on to frying it. Guys, our chapatis are ready. Yeah, so I'm just going to switch off the heat and I'll show you how our chapatis look. So guys, our chapatis are ready. I'm just going to put them in a plate so that you can see how they look. First and foremost, how soft are these chapatis? Second, they look so nice, plus the yellow color from the pumpkin is making the chapatis pop. Plus also you can see the chapatis are well cooked. They came out so nice. Yeah, here are our chapati, guys. They look so nice. The fact that you can fold them like this means they are very soft. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and you'll try out this recipe and tell me how it goes. Till next time, bye. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've learned something, and you'll try out the recipe and tell me how it goes on all my social media platforms. Until next time, bye. And also remember to subscribe to my channel if you've not, and to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Bye bye.